Hello there, welcome to Sunshine Swan Intuition. My name is Kyliann and I am going to be doing your general spread today. I felt that I was tapping in, I was feeling overwhelmed, and it was my intuitive overwhelmedness. And I could feel that I needed to clear a space, physical space, and clear space within myself to do a reading. I do feel that there are specific messages. First of all, we're going to start with the death card, which to me automatically means that someone or a group of you are going through, I'm feeling a dramatic change. What's really sticking out to me in this particular card, and I am using Tarot del Fuego, but what is sticking out to me the most is this severed head, but there's a house in the background. To me, that just means major transformation. When I pull the death card in tarot, I always call it the rebirth card. So I actually feel that I'm also seeing that the death figure is standing in the ground, but there is a rose growing out of it. And actually there are 7 suns. Suns, wait. Oh, there's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 is the infinity symbol. It is prosperity, abundance. 8 is a really good number. And in this deck, specifically, the death card is number 13. I mean, it is in all decks. But I am just feeling there's a rebirth, and I think perhaps that is why I was feeling, oh, there's a card flipped over. That's why I think I was feeling so compelled to do a reading. The other card, just before we begin, that was flipped over in the deck when I was pre-shuffling and connecting with the energies to come through with the cards, was the Knave of Cups. And in this deck, the Knave of Cups is the Page of Cups. To me, this is going to be, it's like the birth of new emotions, as if these emotions, I feel, this is a weird way to word it, but emotions that are still within the womb. They are still being nurtured, they are still growing, they have not been given birth to yet, but that kind of makes sense with the death card, because I feel like, and the rebirth card, because clearly there is a rebirth happening, and I feel like it has to do with a new, I want to say like new emotional development, new emotional growth. Perhaps you are completely leaving behind an entire chapter of your life, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a job, whether it just be a way in general of living, of thinking. Maybe you want to be more optimistic. Maybe, I love that manifestation, law of attraction is becoming more and more mainstream, because everybody is a manifester constantly. We are constantly creating our reality, whether you are conscious or unconscious about it. You are constantly right in this moment, and have been your whole life, and even before that, and long after that too. You are creators. That is consciousness. Consciousness is infinite. It is God. It is ever evolving, ever growing, ever expanding. It never stops. So I think already I'm feeling just the main message to pass along to the viewers of, if you're watching this, and even if it's not your reading, this is my message to everyone, is tell the universe, think, act, speak, eat, talk about what you do want. Do not focus on what you don't want. Don't use the contrast, the negative, whatever, however you word it. Use it as a tool to carve out those things that you do truly desire. What really makes your heart sing? Use it as a defining tool. Do not use it as your mode of operation, Because when you do, you get lost in the negative and you create more negative, and it's just constantly perpetuating more negative, more contrast. So to everyone watching this video currently right now, even if this reading is not for you, be a conscientious creator of your reality, because it is happening whether or not you have realized it, or even if you forget it and come back to realize it. You are constantly creating your own reality. So be aware of your thoughts, words, actions, etc. Ask and it shall be given. Ask and you shall receive. And don't put any limitations on what you want, on what your desires are. We came into this beautiful human experience, incarnation, to create. Regardless of what our life lesson, what our objective was when we incarnated, I feel that the basis of all of it and what is the same in everybody is that we are creating, and we came here to create more. All right, so with that, I am going to pull some cards for current energies. The Star, that is an Aquarius card. I'm going to pull current energies to see if this reading resonates for you, because I would like to see who this reading is for, where you're at currently in your life, and why I was called to do a reading today. All right, so Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. Wow, yeah, right. I mean, the Fool is the 0 card. You are right on the precipice of embarking on a brand new cycle, a brand new adventure. The Fool actually comes after the last card in the major arcana, which is the World. That is completion of a cycle. But also the Fool sits not only after that card, but it sits right before the first card in the major arcana, which is the Magician. So technically this is like a swing card. You're kind of, to me, this is telling me that your current energy, you're kind of in the spiritual realm. You might not fully be in one set reality yet, and that is okay. That is kind of a perfect position to be in if you're ready to start a new chapter, if you're wanting to start a new chapter. Obviously, you've manifested it. As I said before, you are constantly creating your own reality. Ace of Pentacles, that is a golden opportunity. To me, that is like, you can have absolutely anything you want. When you, to me, this is my favorite ace. To me, this is getting everything that you want, everything that that you want to manifest, that you want to create. Pentacles are earth energy, and to me, it's kind of all of the mundane aspects. It's money, it's career, it's possessions. It could be home, car. It could even be a golden opportunity for good relationships, the relationship, the family, you know, all of that good stuff. So let's pull a couple more for current energies, for who this reading is for. Current energies for this collective reading. Wow. Current energies for who this reading is for in the collective. Okay, so the first one to pop out was the Justice card, which in this deck, technically Justice is the 11th card, but in this deck it is the 8th card. And we had 8 pop up before. So to me, having the Justice card in this reading, justice, what I hear is just basically what it says. Justice will be served. In this depiction, the lion is sitting, I feel like it could either be behind the castle or guarding the castle. That to me, this just means that you're in your power. And I feel like, I don't believe in fate, but I'm hearing the tides of fate, or the web of fate, is spun in your favor, or the tide of justice is rolling in your face. Something like that. Something is going in your favor. We also have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is new creation. It's coming up with a brand new set of ideas. And in this card, in the Horse, it's showing that he has the key and the treasure. So all that he desires is already within him. And this is literally exactly what I feel that the message is for whoever this reading is for, whoever watches it. I actually do, I mean, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But I kind of feel like this is a general reading for the collective. I always just want to spread positivity and love and light. And I feel like this reading, I can already feel it. perfectly exactly what I want to spread. And so, Knight of Wands, new creation. To me, this horse is telling you, who is watching this right now, you have both the key to the treasure that you desire, and the treasure itself is already within you. And it's also connected to this castle in the background, which to me is like everything that you want. You also have the Knave of Pentacles. This is the the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is, I want to say, like, you're studying new ways to create what you want. It's almost like if you showed up to this video, this reading, before I started, giving my spiel about creating your own reality and asking for exactly what you desire. To me, this is affirming that where I was going with that message is correct. Ask the universe, God, whatever you believe in, ask and you shall receive. Tell them, it, he, him, she, whatever, exactly what you want, and don't expect it to come in exactly the time, the manner, the shape, whatever that you are wanting, but expect that it will come, and know that the way in which it will arrive to you is divinely guided and divinely protected, and it is always for your best interest. I am also going to, okay, so we have Ace of Cups. Perfect. This is a cup of love. There is a lot of love in this reading, in my opinion. Here we have the Star again. We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can kind of be like, I want to say, nitpicking in your introspection. So what I want to say with this is quit being hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly. There's no need for it. The Star came back up again, so there might be strong Aquarius energy in this reading, which Aquarius in astrology is the collective. It represents the collective. It represents, their motto is actually I universalize. So perhaps those of you who found this reading, or this reading is for, you are kind of coming into this awareness that everything is truly connected, and that is what I'm feeling, why the Star keeps popping up. You also have the Chariot. The Chariot is riding to victory. They are leaving behind the old city and they are rolling into the new world. What am I feeling? This is also Cancer energy. I'm noticing that there's a fox and there's a tiger. Fox medicine, fox energy, if foxes are your totem. It's about disguise. It's about kind of hiding in plain sight. It is about being sly, but not in like a deceitful way. It's just kind of going under the radar. And that actually, I will say, that does happen when you kind of start to have either a spiritual awakening or you come deeper into awareness. When you evolve, you kind of do get quiet. And maybe that's why the Seven of Swords came out, is because you're going to become so aware, and maybe it's telling you not to look on your past self and judge too harshly for the things that you didn't know before. That's what I'm feeling with that. And the final card, the Wheel of Fortune. I always like to say, spin the wheel and see what happens. I do feel like, I am feeling, hold on. And actually what's interesting about this is what I'm noticing. This particular wheel has a crank. So it's going to depend on your effort. It's going to depend on your emotion to move the wheel forward. And that's what's going to decide how far you go. Like, you, basically what I want to say is, you are the decider of your own fate. however much energy you put into yourself, into the things that you're wanting to create, that is what is going to come out of it. And that is what I feel that the Wheel of Fortune is. So for me, this was all in your current energies. This is what I feel like you already know. This is what has been going through your head. And maybe this was the reason I over explained it, was because they have like been like cards. Like it's just been little parts and pieces and bits and bobs. And to me, this is just like collectively, in the collective's mind, that you're coming into all of this. Or this is what's been on your mind that I feel like this right here, this spread, I feel like this is saying that you're coming into alignment. You're coming into awareness. You're having a spiritual awakening. Yeah, this is great. Okay, I'm excited about this. I love this so far. Okay, let's see. I think Spirit is saying... Okay, hold on. Spirit is saying specifically, when the messages come in, take them as they, let them go as you take them in. It's something like that. So if you're seeing synchronicities, that could be angel numbers, 111, 222, 333, etc. It could be angel numbers. It could be various omens that you set for yourself. You can even right now, you could say, whenever I see, I don't know, whenever I see pink hearts or whenever I see hearts, that I want the universe to be an omen for me that I'm in the right place at the right time, or something to that effect. You might also be having deja vu. That is what they say about deja vu, that if you are having it, it means that whatever you're experiencing, you're lined up and in alignment with where you're supposed to be at the right, or at that current moment. If you're feeling a lot of that, if you maybe are feeling anxious and you're not knowing why you're feeling anxious, that could also be an awakening. If you're waking up at a specific time during the night, if your dreams are more powerful, if you're just, I feel like this collective, I feel like you're becoming more awake in your awake state, and it's gonna feel like a dream, but it's not a dream. But then you're also going to realize that yes, actually life is all a dream and we are constantly creating it. I just feel like there's so much awareness going on. But Spirit was wanting me to tell you to pay attention to the messages and the signs, but don't get lost in it. Like, use it as a guide. Don't turn it into a religion or like a cult-like thing. I don't know why that, I mean, because that can happen sometimes in the spiritual community. I do notice that sometimes little niches kind of become cult-like, and I don't think, personally, I don't find that to be the point. I feel that coming into consciousness, coming into awareness, having a spiritual awakening, I feel that there's two things that happen. There's such a duality. You realize that you decide your own fate, and you actually nobody has anything to do with your life. So it's like you're taking accountability. You're like checking your ego at the door, and you're realizing that everything that has ever happened to you is and has come from you. And I say that delicately because I know that, there's not always great things that happen. There is the contrast, there is the negative, there is the unfortunate things that happen. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general. And so the duality is realizing that when you start to take accountability for all the things in your life and the parts that you play, it also makes you feel more connected to everybody, because you feel connected to them with love, or with a sort of a sense of detachment. And it's not a cold detachment. Detachment is actually very beautiful, because I feel that since I've practiced detachment actually for a very, very long time, many years, in a healthy way. And I feel that when I am in the mode of detachment, I can truly appreciate the sentimentals. I can truly love more freely, and it flourishes, and it's not possessive, and there's no conditions. It's totally unconditional. And so I feel like that is what happens during a spiritual awakening, is you start to take accountability for your stuff, but then that makes you appreciate, and you realize that nobody else has anything to do with you, and you have nothing to do with anybody else's storyline, timeline, and in terms of what you create or what they create. But at that same time, what happens then is you just start to love people just because you love people, not because of what they offer you or because what they make you feel. You feel happy because you are happy, because you choose to be happy. You feel loved because you love yourself. You fall in love with yourself, and it's already an overflowing cup. So that is going to also, when you do that, it's going to link you up with other people who are like that with themselves. And then when you have someone who isn't a full overflowing Ace of Cups, and they come into contact with another overflowing, beautiful Ace of Cups, Ace of Love, then you have two beautiful overflowing cups, and neither of you have to overgive to fill up the other person's cup. And it becomes a reciprocal, unconditional, supportive, loving, caring, beautiful relationship. And that's with everyone. That's not just with love and romance. That's with your family. That's with friends. That's with other soul connections, and yourself. Most importantly, first and foremost, most importantly, number one relationship in your entire life should always be yourself. Take care of yourself first. It's the best way that you can help and love and serve other people, is when you do all of those things for yourself first. That, to me, truly, that is how you can truly become a selfless servant of humanity, is when you first do that for yourself, because you're a part of that humanity, right? And when you're in alignment and you're rocking and rolling, and you are in, as Abraham Hicks says, when you are in the vortex, when you are on your high flying disc, when you are living in the present moment and loving yourself, that just opens up so many more opportunities, and it widens your capacity and blows off the limit, and it becomes limitless as to what you can give other people. Because also at that point, you're realizing, Nine of Pentacles, keep 6 pentacles for yourself and give 3 away. That way, you're still giving out your pentacles, but you're always making sure and taking care of yourself. The Devil. I do not read the Devil card in the tarot, but the reason I am going to pull this out is because, to me, I call the Devil card the transparency card. To me, this is calling for you to pull out those parts of yourself that you have not given space to, that you do not allow to breathe, that you do not allow to express, to see the light of day. Bring all of those parts out. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Pull all of it out and sort and sift through all of it. See what feels good. See what doesn't feel good. Let go of what doesn't feel good and hold on to and create more of what does feel good. Okay, so Spirit wants to talk about advice for you. So we're going to get some cards for advice as you embark into this spiritual awakening. Advice for these spiritual advice from Spirit. Thank you. I want to pull this card and this card also. I don't know why. All right. First one out of the deck, the World. Completion of a cycle. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think for some of you, you are coming to a huge close in a chapter. It could have been a years-long chapter. It could have been a really intensive, maybe year or couple months chapter. Maybe you've just moved. Maybe you're in the process of moving. I feel though like whoever this reading is for, your current energy is that Fool card. You're already like in it. Like you're in that swing position, like it's about to happen. You've done all the plan. It's past all the planning. It's past all of the letting go. It's past all the realizations. Now you're just swinging in this beautiful spiritual, I don't necessarily what to do next place. And don't worry if you don't know what to do next. That is absolutely okay. It's also okay to feel overwhelmed. I would say embrace it, take care of yourself. And what you can always ask yourself, your spirit guides, if maybe those of you who are wanting to connect with your spirit guides at this time, all you have to do is, I would say, get black tourmaline. That is to protect your energy. I prefer it to evil eyes. I don't like the word evil personally, so I don't really like to, buy into that or play with that stuff, but black tourmaline will protect your energy. It will keep you safe. You can also call upon angels if you connect with angels. You can always ask the divine in general for guidance and protection. And you can ask to talk to your spirit guides. You can ask for them to come to you in dreams. You can, like I was saying earlier with the omens, things like that. And you can always ask, the best question to ask spirit is, what do I need to know now? And I'm going to say that again because it's really important. What do I need to know now? When you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're having anxiety, especially if you're feeling just out of control, just ask, what do I need to know now? And allow yourself to hear an answer. And don't second guess yourself. As you're starting to tap, for those of you who previously haven't ever allowed your intuition to speak to you, or you've never acknowledged it or validated it, allow it to speak, because it is constantly speaking. So allow yourself to connect with your ego, your self identification, whoever you are. Allow that to open up and open your ears, because your intuition is constantly talking to you. Your subconscious is constantly talking to you, I promise. And you do have all of the answers to any question that you ever ask. All of the answers are already within yourself. The other card that came out is the Four of Pentacles. To me, in this reading, the Four of Pentacles is saying, the word I always think of and associate with this card is inheritance. So that was literally exactly what I was just saying. To any question that you ever ask, you already have the answers within yourself. And that is inherited by divine right. All of your desires are yours by divine right. That is a Louise Hay quote. You could also be connecting with your ancestors. For some of you, maybe it's not your angels or your guides. Maybe you're connecting with your ancestors. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says, maybe this is acknowledgement. I'm hearing that this is acknowledgement. You have been through the battle. You might be a little bruised, but you're still alive. And now you're kind of looking around going, holy shit, okay. What just happened? I'm okay, but what the hell? What the hell is going on? That is the energy that I'm getting for this. And so that I feel like is more of an acknowledgement of where you are now and what you've been through. We also have the Four of Wands. I love this card. Four of Wands is stability. Four of Wands is union, and it could be a union with yourself and your inner being, your higher self. It could be a union between you and a partner, because I do feel like there's a lot of love with this. With this reading, I am feeling for some of you like a very important partner, whether it is in romance, it could be in business as well, it could be a co-parent. I just feel that there is a beautiful harmonious union coming in for you, and I would lean into it and lead with integrity and love and light. That's what I want to say on that one. The other one that flew out of the deck is the Final Judgment. Actually, this card is the card right before the World. There are 78 cards in the deck, and you got 20 and 21. That's pretty significant in my opinion. Judgment is about resurrecting after you've made it through all the phases, through all the cycles. It's resurrecting not your old self, but it's like a collection of everything that you've been through, everything that you've done. To me, it's kind of like I want to say reward. I don't know why. I do. I want to say reward. And Four of Wands also could be a celebration. And there's something about this card that makes me feel celebratory, and I'm not sure why. The cards that I wanted to pull is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords to me is like, it's the final sword on your back. It's done. You're dead. The fight is over. The overthinking is over. Don't fall back into it. And that's what I think before. What the Seven of Swords is saying is, don't slip into overthinking. If you're kind of hanging in the balance, in that Fool energy of not super attached to any one thing, ride that out. Feel good. Feel good all the time, as often as you can. Tap into a good feeling. If you feel yourself start to get a little negative, get a little anxious, you want to create a problem, because I will tell you, when things start to go good and everything's fine and there's no more problems and you've solved everything, you know, for now, your ego wants to go, oh, no, wait, there's a problem. And your mind will create a problem. Do not let that little ego bitch create a problem. Do not do it. Final card I wanted to pull, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is family. It's reconnecting with the past. So, you know, I think actually for some of you, you might be connecting with ancestors. You also might be reconnecting. I just kind of saw this, like, you're reconnecting with your old hippie aunt that you never bonded with before, but now you're going through all of these huge revelations, spiritual whatevers, you know, and she's already been on it for the last 30 years, and she's kind of the family outcast. It's something nostalgic. It's going not back in time, but it's like going back to when you were a child. It's also, that could also be it, tapping back into those energies of being free of when you were a child. Use your imagination. To me, the imagination is the most underrated tool that human beings have. You can create absolutely effing anything that you want with your imagination. All right, Spirit is telling me to wrap up this reading. I have talked a lot, but everything I have said, I believe in, and I have said it with genuine intention. That's funny. I didn't even know I had that in there. Okay. So we are going to ask Spirit. They're telling me, what do you want to ask me? For you, though, I would like 3 cards to wrap up the reading. Moving forward, perhaps what is to come. Knave of Cups. We started out the reading with the Knave of Cups. What is to come? For those this reading is for, Spirit. What is to come? The Tower. I think that already happened, though. The Tower, to me, is actually a good card. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, look at that. Oh, shit. And the Emperor. Ace of Wands. Okay, now I'm pulling too many. But, to me, the Tower and the Hanged Man. The Tower is something ending. Shit is crumbling to the ground. It's over. It's done. It was a huge, massive thing. It was the end of the chapter. And what that means is the Hanged Man. That is a changed perception. The Hanged Man is upside down because he's trying to attain enlightenment. And I feel that whatever you've been through, this Tower thing, whatever just happened, or whatever just came to a close, allow that contrast, whatever you went through, whether it was good or bad, allow it to be the thing that catapults you into alignment. Yeah. Okay. We're going to see what we pulled. Knave of Cups. Knave of Wands. Temperance. Be patient. The Priestess. The Priestess is mystery, intuition, the subconscious. In this, you know what? In this card, I've never actually looked at this. In this card, she's pointing to the inside of the book. In the Rider-Waite-Smith, in the normal, whatever, original tarot deck, the book is closed. She has the Book of Torah and it's closed. In this book, it's open. And there's that third eye, which is the eye to the subconscious. It's your intuition. It's saying to me, everything is available to you. all of the knowledge is available to you. It could also mean some of you are going to start tapping into Akashic records, which is extremely rare, in my opinion, for someone to be able to. But I think potentially, you know, if you put your effort towards it, if you want it bad enough, you will manifest it. But that's what I'm feeling. Be patient. And once again, look at that. These are the two cards we started out with. Isn't that amazing? I love that so much. To me, that just means that everything that was said in this reading, everything that happened was correct. It was on par. It was meant to be. Knave of Wands, you are going into the cave of all these eyes. You're going to start seeing things you never saw before. And that might be the omens. You're going to start recognizing things in everyday life that you just didn't notice before. But because you've had this awakening, you're going to start seeing things. You're going to start seeing the cracks in reality, that actually all of this is a dream. Don't tell anybody. Tell everybody. Be patient. Everything comes in divine timing, especially when you start to become more spiritual. You will appreciate the beauties of things coming in their time, and you will realize that everything does come, and it's, you know, the time is man-made. The universe knows no time. So that's what I want to say with that. I think it's beautiful that we had the Resurrection card and the Knave of Cups. The Priestess, to me, is just you're intuitive. Welcome to the world of intuition. You have arrived. We've been waiting for you. It's been there your whole life. Everybody on planet Earth is intuitive. Animals, people, things, everything is intuitive. It is just a matter of whether or not want to see it or not. And that is what I will leave you with, dear friends. I quite enjoyed this reading. I'm very glad that I was able to tap into spirit and connect with you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things. And I am going to link my PayPal in the description box below. And yeah. All right, my friends, have a beautiful day and welcome.